Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope this video finds you well. My name is Ikhwan Nusafa Sadidan and I'm a lecturer of Environmental Engineering Study Program, Faculty of Engineering Universitas Singapura Bangsa Karawang. In this video, I would like to present the paper that we have been submitted to Borobudur International Symposium 2023. And the title of our paper is Utilization of Machine Learning to Predict River Water Color Quality Using Decision Tree Regressor or DTR and also Support Factor Regressor or SVR methods. Before we go, I would like to introduce the first part of our paper. Of course, we already know that water has very important role in our life, not only for human life, but for all the living things. And in the contemporary environmental science and water resource management, the application and also the utilization of advanced technological tools has become imperative. And we can use this kind of technology to create a more accurate prediction and also assessment. And one of the technology that we use in this study is machine learning. Maybe some of you already familiar with this kind or with this term, or maybe some of you still do not know what is machine learning. So machine learning itself is a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses in the modeling and predicting data. And the data sets that we use in machine learning is usually a very complex data set. And this machine learning has emerged a powerful tool for predictive modeling in environmental studies. Uh, One of the studies is, of course, our paper. We explore the application of machine learning technique in this paper. And the, the kind of machine learning that we use here is decision tree regressor and also support factor regressor. And the purpose of our paper is to predict the quality of river water color. As you can see here, so here is the laboratory equipment that we can use to measure the value of watercolor. And you can see here, here is PTCO. PTCO itself is the unit that we use to know the value or the number of watercolor. The higher the PTCO, it means the more turbid the water is. So after we got the PTCO data and with the other parameters like temperature, DO, COD, BOD, and more parameter, we try to use a software called Visual Studio Code, and we use Python, and we use some libraries to to create formulas so we can see the number or the complex data sets and create it as simpler diagrams or charts. And the method that we use is support factor regressor, which is the part of support factor machine or SVM. This kind of machine learning is a supervised learning algorithm used for money classification. So to do this study, we have to classify the data that we got, and then we do the regression. Regression is a statistical method that we can use to see the relation or also the character of one dependent variables and the correlation with any other independent independent variables. So the SVR itself is a type of machine learning algorithm used for regression. And this kind of method already used in many fields. And you can see here, like the formulas and also the concept of this SVR. So basically, SVR is trying to classify and try to find the best or the most suitable variables uh, to support the data, to support the vector data. And then after SVR, we also use this DTR or decision tree regressor. You can see that this kind of machine learning, it works like a tree. It's like a tree. So there will be questions like yes or no, and then it will move to another chart. So it is kind of like a flow chart, and the goal of these methods is to predict a continuous output variable. Okay, so the same with the previous method, it also used to the algorithm that we use on this method is for regression task. Okay, so we can see here, like we got the point and then we classify it to be more specific with a lower number, and then we will find the accuracy and also the loss of the prediction. Okay, so the data set, we got the data from our tuning like a year ago. We took samples from Citarum River in Karawang Regency, and um, we stopped at 33 points. So we have 33 samples. And after we got our sample, we gave it to the laboratory, and then we got this data. So we have this kind of data, start from dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, temperature, color, iron, total suspended solid, total dissolved solid. And after we got all the data set, we would like to know the color. As I explained before, that color, the unit of color, watercolor, is described in PTCO or platinum cobalt. And the higher the number, it means that the water is uh, having more turbidity, or the more turbid the water is. So with this kind of method, we are trying to find the correlation between all these parameters and the impact of these parameters into the watercolor. And we would like to know which one has the most significant effect, because we have uh, we we have 33 data for each parameter, but in the in this kind of study, it will be better if we have more data. For example, thousands of data, it will be more accurate. But we are trying to use this anyway. Here are the result and analysis that we got from Visual Studio Code. For the first one, we are trying to find the accuracy for each parameter and the impact to the watercolor. And from this graphic, we can see that COD, or chemical oxygen demand, and also iron, dissolved iron, has the most accuracy. It means that they are very significant with the watercolor value. And the lowest one is temperature. Then after we have this, we also have this one. So for all the input, the DTR or decision tree regressor has 0.8 or 80% accuracy. It is very different with the SVR, which has below 10% accuracy. Then after that, we are trying to compare all these parameter, for example, the self-oxygen and the color. You can see here we have three different 3 points with the different color: blue, orange, and green. For the blue one, it means ground truth, the data that we got from the field and the laboratory, and then DTR prediction and SVR prediction. We can see here that the prediction from DTR methods it is most likely similar with the ground truth. But for the SVR, it is not really accurate. So like they are placed in the in the similar or in the low range. But for the DTR, it is more variative and also kind of similar with the data. Okay, so we also can see the number here. The accuracy of DTR is 80%, and the accuracy for SVR just very, very low. Okay, let's move to the other parameter. Okay, this is the DO. Then we also have comparison for BOD with versus color, also COD, temperature, and iron. And we can see here that after we combine all the data, we see that here is the level of accuracy that we have. DTR 81.9% accuracy, and this is the loss, a PTCO. And for the SVR, the accuracy only 3.5, and the loss reached 20 PTCO. Well, it means that for this kind of machine learning, DTR is kind of better. And the last one, conclusion. Okay. From the result of both models, it can be concluded that the decision tree regressor method produced better predictive result compared to the SVR method. We already see the data. And also for this one, I will say it once again, 33 data is actually kind of low data for machine learning, because the application of machine learning itself, it should be can analyze hundreds or thousands of data, or we can say it as a big data. But it is good way for us to realize that technology can help us to do the prediction and assessment in environmental field. So in the future, the government or researcher, institution, or anyone can use this model to predict the quality of the river, of the water river for a long distance. For me, these 33 samples has been collected from 50-kilometer journey, but If we would like to try to collect more data, it will be very good for our environmental data set. So it will be very useful for environmental assessment or for research and many other purpose. Okay, so that's all from us. Once again, I would like to say thank you for watching this video, and also thank you for all the member of this research and for the institution that gave us sponsor to do the study. Last one, I would like to say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a nice day.